At the time, it was the only course in New England, because I would get calls from around the United States. Hey, is your class really called that, or is that the theme of it? And I was like, no, it's on the syllabus, Black Lives Matter. And a shock to me that people were just alarmed that URI would be that bold. I mean, it was basically meant to be geared towards students who could talk about what their experiences are, hear from my experiences, and kind of just, go on and basically have critical conversations. I want them to not be afraid to really speak from what they thought, and then learn some new things. Some of them are taking a class, they just want to learn about it. Some want to just come in there and argue, and some want to just understand what's all the fuss about. Some actually want to learn from other races in that safe space. How else will you do it? To create this course, basically, I just wanted to look at, is this a continuation of the civil rights movement, or is this just a moment in time? Because keep in mind, Trayvon Martin was killed in 2012. At that time, it really wasn't a movement, because you just had something would happen, there'd be protests, there'd be a call for justice, and then kind of life back to normal. The answer that kind of answers the question of is it a movement or not is when you saw what happened to George Floyd. You saw people go to outrage, you saw people protest, you saw people that looked different than the traditional civil rights movement. That let me know that this is a real movement, because it started going around and resonating around the world. Watching the most recent protests in the state capitol here in Providence, Rhode Island, it was refreshing and rewarding to see students, not only of URI, but students who have been in my course over the last 3 or 4 years, exercising their First Amendment right. Some of them passionately speaking, some of them screaming the chant Black Lives Matter. It just took me back to in class where we would talk about it from a theoretical, the historical, but to actually see them taking what the question started out as, it's a movement or a moment, they're actually taking the movement and carrying it forward. So that's something that's really rewarding.